Well, good morning and welcome to the Thursday edition of the Tom Barfield Show. We're so glad you're with us here on this Thursday morning. We had a rainstorm or shower or a line of thunderstorms, whatever you want to call them, move through. And, man, we needed the rain, I think about a half an inch probably or so. Now, we got more coming. More rain coming this weekend, but that was a good line of showers that came through this morning. Good stuff. And, boy, we certainly needed it. Ground was starting to get hard. Welcome into the show again as we are presented by Tow King. Gary Hoffman and his folks do a great job over at Tow King with 24-hour roadside service, and we thank them for being our presenting sponsor here on the program. Lots to get to today. We are going to talk golf today. We're going to talk with Jones Mitchell from out at Lake Waco Golf Club. We'll do that. And then Mike Stawski, he is the head baseball coach at the University of Mary Hardin Baylor down in Belton. He's going to be a part of the program as well. We say good morning to Lark Smith. Lark, how are you, sir?
I am awake and upright.
Well, that's half the battle.
And the fact that I'm awake this early, considering that Baylor played so late last night, is amazing.
Okay. Did you actually stay up and watch the game?
No.
That's exactly what I thought. I, on the other hand, did.
I'm glad you did.
I would tell you that Oklahoma and Colorado did us no favors by going to overtime.
No, they didn't.
And, Oklahoma prevails. So then Baylor tipped off. I want to say it was close to 10 o'clock.
Probably so.
And then
I did watch some of it.
They came over.
Somewhere along the way, the granddad from Simpsons hit me. They just, that's what happens to me.
So Baylor comes away with a win over Minnesota, 67-40. It was a close game for a while, but then Baylor pulled away. And Yesufu had 19 points to lead the way for the Bears. And now they're on to a matchup on Saturday at 12:30. They'll play Saturday at 12:30. A little better time. 12:30 in the afternoon is a lot better time. So there you go. That's what happened in the in that basketball tournament last night out in Las Vegas, Nevada. I still am envious of John Morris. I tell you what it looked like to me. You remember you see those early season tournaments where they're in Nassau, Bahamas,
right?
And there's 12 people in the stands.
Chaminade out in Hawaii or something, yeah.
And they host the tournament in an auditorium inside the hotel. And that's exactly what it looked like because they were inside, I believe, the MGM, and they and there honestly there wasn't a whole lot of people. If you watch, there wasn't a whole lot of people there. Although Chip was there, and
Joanne,
I saw Chip.
Okay.
He was interviewed
by himself.
He was interviewed at halftime by the young lady. So there you go. So congratulations to the Bears. They're off and running in that tournament. Got their 17th win of the year. So they'll play Saturday. The Rangers are no longer in first place.
How did that happen?
Well, they lost.
And Houston won?
Oh,
okay.
So Houston's a half game up.
Bryce Cherry's a happy man.
Yes, he is. They're a half game up. So there you go. But they're both off today, right?
Right. They're both off today. And Texas is going to be at home. They get their home opener on Friday against Cincinnati. The Astros go on the road to play in Sacramento against the A's.
So they're out on the road. And that's the name of the team, right? The A's?
Yeah, the A's. And they should just be known as the Nomads.
Well, they're just
wandering around the country until Las Vegas finishes their ballpark.
Out there playing. Baylor Bears are going to open up a 3-game series tonight with BYU. It'll be tonight, Friday night, and then Saturday afternoon. But again, stay close if you get tickets for Saturday's game. Look, if the weatherman is correct, there's not going to be any outdoor activities on Saturday.
Weatherman correct. That's an oxymoron.
If the weatherman is correct, there will not be any outdoor activities on Saturday. So I would suspect that you would see a doubleheader on Friday. Again, I don't know that for a fact, but
they won't play Sunday.
They will not play. No, you got the 72-hour rule. Once you hit town, you get 72 hours to get the 3 games in. So they would not even be – and BYU does not play on Sunday, period.
Right.
So they will they'll make some decisions. I think they have to declare what they're going to do before the start of the series. So if they are indeed going to play a doubleheader on Friday, I think they have to let BYU know today before the first game starts. If not, then if they don't do that, then it's going to be Saturday, and you'll just have to see if you can find a window to play.
Mm-hmm.
Again, that's all weather permitting, and all those decisions will be made later this afternoon. So there you go. But game one is tonight, and looking forward to that out at Magnolia Field at Baylor Ballpark. I don't know if you saw this, Lark. This is pretty cool. It's on social media. I saw this. Lonnie Judd, the outgoing athletic director at Robinson Independent School District,
mm-hmm.
he posted that there's going to be the first ever Robinson ISD Hall of Honor, Athletics Hall of Honor, Hall of Fame.
Yeah, great.
Listen to these names. Susie Snyder-Eppers.
That should be at the top of the list.
She's going in.
Yeah.
Played at Robinson, played at Baylor.
Mm-hmm.
Jason Tucker.
That should be right below her, because he was probably one of the biggest football stars they've ever had.
Class of 94 for Jason. Now, listen, I don't want the facts to get in the way of a good story, but I think I'm correct in saying this. If you'll remember back in the 90s, Sealy went on a run,
mm-hmm.
Sealy High School, and they won 3 state championships.
Okay.
Or maybe even 4 under TJ Mills.
Right.
And then he moved on to Odessa Permian. But in that stretch, right before that stretch began in 93, they were defeated in the play, and they don't lose again. And the team that beat them was Robinson with Jason Tucker on it. And I can't remember if that was, I want to say it was Thanksgiving weekend at Memorial Stadium in Austin, or it was at the following weekend at Kyle Field in College Station. I cannot remember.
I remember the game at Kyle Field in College Station because I was videotaping the game for Robinson, and about the middle of the third quarter, the fog rolled in, and at one point I could not see the field even through the camera lens.
Yeah, we struggled. I was doing the game on radio.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it was that game or the week. I want to say it was the week before. It was a Friday afternoon game, and it was at Memorial Stadium. That's what I'm going to go with that.
Yeah, it's somewhere between the ears there.
Yeah, so that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. But I do know this, that Robinson was the last team to defeat them before they went on that terrific run. And it was a terrific run for TJ Mills and Sealy. They won a bunch of ball games. Haley Abby Beard, class of 06.
Mm-hmm.
Randy Kitchens, class of 07.
Remember Randy?
Randy was the quarterback when they went and played for a state championship, got beat there at SMU.
Yeah. Was that was a decision on field goal or something?
It was an extra point.
Extra point.
They elected to fake the extra point and go for 2. Yeah. But Randy went on and played it at Rice.
Mm-hmm.
So great career. A.C. Webster, Alan Webster, class of 72. Ashley James, class of 09. Coach Bill Bradley. Now, I remember Bill Bradley, but I remember Bill Bradley at Gatesville, where he was a terrific coach at Gatesville.
Yeah.
And then head coach Ken Beverly. I remember Ken Beverly, but I remember Ken Beverly as the head baseball coach at Midway. So there you go. That's the class. So I learned something with Coach Ken Beverly and Coach Bill Bradley. So good stuff there. All right, so I just wanted to pass along. Those are some neat names from the past, and maybe we can chase down a couple of them and get them on the program.
Sounds like a deal.
Kind of fun. All right, it is a Thursday edition of the program. We are brought to you in part by Waco Body Men Company. Waco Body Men, well, they can help you take control of your health with advanced wellness, longevity solutions. They're designed to help you and help your body perform, recover, and thrive. You can check them out today by visiting Thomas and the gang at Waco Body Men right off of Mary Street, or on Mary Street, actually. Or you can check them out online at wacobodymen.com. That's wacobodymen.com. Give them a call and see if you can set up a time where you can go by and take a tour. I think you will love it. wacobodymen.com. And thanks to the fine team at Waco Body Men for being a proud partner of our show. We'll take the break, and we're coming right back in just a moment. Being stuck on the side of the road is stressful no matter what time it is. Tow King is here to help. A locally owned and operated family-run business, Tow King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with trained operators and high-caliber equipment for damage-free towing. Tow King of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Tow King the next time you need help. Check them out on Facebook, and remember, slow down or move over.
Lake Waco Golf Club is a semi-private facility nestled along the north point of Lake Waco, one of the few facilities in Texas to have a full 18-hole regulation golf course as well as an executive 18-hole par 3 golf course. Plus, check out their bar and grill, which is open to the public. And if you're not a golfer, then enjoy time by the pool or even enjoy fishing around Lake Waco. Become a member today and call to book your tee time. Lake Waco Golf Club, where family and friends fun begins. Check them out at lakewacogc.com for more information.
At Waco Bodyman Company, we help you take control of your health with advanced wellness and longevity solutions designed to help your body perform, recover, and thrive. Experience the power of red light therapy with our full body bed design to reduce inflammation, improve circulation, support skin health, and recharge your body at the cellular level. Step into our hydrotherapy room featuring a dry sauna, polar shower, and hot tub. Book your tour today. Waco Bodyman, open 7 days a week in downtown Waco.
When disaster strikes, you need a team you can trust. At Benchmark, we specialize in disaster recovery, construction, environmental remediation, and indoor air quality solutions. With over 30 years of experience, our experts provide forensic architecture, engineering, and environmental consulting to ensure every project is handled with precision and care. From damage assessment to full reconstruction, Benchmark delivers technical expertise and an unmatched client experience every step of the way. Visit benchmarkc3.com to learn more.
Bumblebee Blinds of Waco and Temple is your one-stop shop for custom window treatment, transforming your vision into reality. Choose from a selection of shades, blinds, shutters, and curtains. Bumblebee Blinds stands behind our service and products, ensuring peace of mind with our trusted warranty. Call Bumblebee Blinds today to schedule your design consultation. Bumblebee Blinds, simplifying window treatments one covering at a time. BumblebeeBlinds.com.
And welcome back into the program. We are brought to you, we're presented by our good friends at Tow King, Gary Hoffman and his team. I've given you the phone number, and I'll continue to give you the phone number until you put it in your phone. 254-666-5484. That's the number you need if you ever need 24-hour emergency roadside assistance. They got trained operators. They're going to take great care of you. It's a family-owned and operated business. And again, none of us want to be stuck on the side of the road or heck, even in our driveway and we can't get it cranked, whatever the case may be. So they've got that 24-hour assistance. They can come help you out. So it's Tow King, 24-hour roadside emergency assistance. 254-666-5484 is the phone number. As we say, good morning on this Thursday morning to Jones Mitchell. Jonesy, good morning. How are you?
I'm doing just fine. How about yourself?
Terrific, buddy. Appreciate it. Let's first talk about Mother Nature, the rain. We obviously needed it, but what does that do for play on a Thursday at the golf course?
Right now, like you said, we needed it. We're probably running cart path only in the morning and then 90 degree in the afternoon. You're right. We got about a half inch of rain last night. My dad's my rain gauge. He sends a group text out every morning. We're still going to run on with a Thursday night scramble tonight, and just give us a call up there.
Now, you guys, and we talk about it all the time, you guys are constantly hosting events. You guys held an event yesterday, right? You had a golf tournament hosted by Lorena, correct?
Yeah, it was Lorena's JV's golf tournament. And then Monday, the 2 days before that, we did an Abbott district event. China Spring hosted 2 tournaments out there last week. We had the Crawford fundraiser. We had Thursday night scramble. The staff this past 10 days has just been running around all day long.
Talk a little bit about the Masters Week. Does that, I think everybody kind of gets jazzed up. And for some of us, that's kind of the start of golf season, isn't it? When you see the Masters, you go, okay, it's time to go.
Oh, yeah, they do a great job getting you prepped for the Masters. And we always, who's going to win? Hey, we'll take this guy, and people start seeing the Masters when they come out there and they want to play golf. Usually when you get the first major coming in, people have been waiting all winter to, see the majors. I like they moved the players a little bit ahead, so we don't have to wait as long, but we're all ready to go for the Masters next week.
Do you look at the players as the fifth major?
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, for me. Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, Jones, we talk about it all the time. If you're going to play the game, you got to be able to play within 100 yards. I mean, that's where it's all at, isn't it? I mean, it's chipping, it's putting, it's that pitching wedge in your hand. It's 100 yards in, and that's, I mean, heck, that's the difference between a guy shooting 85 and a guy shooting 100, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, and that's what we always focused on when we were coaching at MCC. And when I was a player back in the day, we did everything. We built the course from the hole out and about 100 yards, because those aren't the full shots. Those are all field shots. And then there's a lot of different clubs you can use in those shots that they don't know about. And they just think it's 100 yards as a sand wedge, and they just hit it as hard as they can, and no finesse, no feel. And you're right. That's 85 to 100 pretty easy.
All right, so we did some video work a couple of weeks ago. This is chipping and putting, not putting. I'm sorry. This is chipping. I think we're going to do bump and runs and flop. Is that correct?
Bump and runs, a little pitch shots around the greens with the sand wedge, and then a flop shot.
All right, so let's take a look at it, and then we'll come back and talk some more about it.
We're going to do a few chip shots today. The first one we're going to start with is the bump and run. I like to do the bump and run when you have about 2 giant steps maximum off the green. Now, during the winter time, during the springtime when the grass is growing, where you have a bad freeze, if I'm right here, I'm going to use the putter, and we're going to kind of go to where the eye poker is, the alignment stick, and I'm going to putt it just like I'm going to putt on if I was on the green. Now, with the bump and run, it's kind of the same concept. I'm using an 8-iron. You could use, I changed the club. I've gone all the way to a 5-iron before with a bump and run, because how far the pin is. If it's a little bit closer, I might use a pitching wedge. The shot stays the same. The setup stays the same. The only thing that changes is the club you're using. And again, this is one of those field shots that you just kind of practice. Now, when I set up to it, my feet are a little bit closer together. The ball's in the back of my stance off my right toe. And I do a little bit of a forward press. I found out last night another way to do it is to make your grip a little stronger. So a strong grip has that right hand underneath the club with your left hand more on top. A weaker grip is your right hand on top of the club. So getting that right hand a little bit under the club, and I like to hood the club face. So with a forward press and a little bit of hood, and all I'm going to do is make a putting stroke. So I used to do this in college, where I'd do a practice stroke a couple times with my putter, throw my putter down, set up to it, and then hit the shot. And what you're looking for is getting it on the green and letting it run. So you're turning a chip shot as fast as you can into a putt, because with a bump and run, you are able to read it like a green. So again, set up again. I do a practice stroke with my putter, club down, get a better lie there. Back of my stance, hood the 8-iron, low away, low through. This is a high probable shot. A lot of my college players, that's the older generation shot. This is a shot that I grew up in playing. I actually went all the way to college doing a bump and run and putting out of the bunkers. I actually got to college and my coach was like, "You're around the green, why are you using an 8-iron?" It is a high probable shot for me. So it's very easy. So all it is an elongated putt, ball off the back foot, hood the club face, and low away, low through.
For those that like to kind of not really like hit the bump and run, I like to kind of have more of a little flighted ball chip, or chipping when I flight, or when I chip, I like to have a little more of a flighted shot with it, to where, I don't know, I kind of like to take a lot of the air air off the ground out. But what I do is I put in the back of my stance. Same thing that Jones is doing, that he just showed you, just club head forward, or hands forward above the club head, and the same little result. Now, the last thing I do is I like to pick a target that I want to land the ball on, and that's all I'm thinking now is where I want to land this target. And I got a little leaf picked out I'm going to try to hit. Now it's just short, that was fat. But same deal. Probably should bump and run it like Jones.
So one thing that we're talking about too with the target, when I'm hitting this shot right here, everybody's gonna be a little bit different. I'm picking something about a third of the way to the hole I'm gonna fly it to, and that's a third of the way to the hole from the edge of the green to the hole, not how far you are from the edge of the green. So right here, I'm not worried about this distance. If I'm Monty, I'm looking somewhere, if we're going to that back hole, somewhere in this area, because it's about a third of the way from the edge of the green to where we're going. And everything kind of changed different. It might be a fourth, it might be 50%, it might be like Monty picks something individually to do. Yeah. So everybody's different. But finding out what works for y'all, you doing it individually, is just, again, coming out here and grinding around the chipping and putting green.
Yeah, and I think a lot of this style is comfortable for me because this is all I can really practice at home because I don't have a putting green in my backyard. But it's what's great about being at a golf course that I learned that shot from Jones. I might start practicing now out here. So you never know what you're going to pick up. That's the first time I got to see Jones hit that shot. And I'm actually kind of looking at probably starting that in my game now. So with the flop shot, a lot of the same techniques, except we just put the ball in the front of the stance now, because now we can add more loft, still on our left foot with the weight. Now all we're doing is just letting the club stay wide open while we hit, and just kind of almost letting, it's almost like a bunker shot. We're letting that right hand kind of go underneath the golf ball.
Now, a lot of times what you're going to see out of a bunker shot is the ball doesn't move very much after the shot. When it hits, it usually sticks. Those are really good shots right there.
So there we go. I can't hit any two better than that without going in.
So the same thing with the flop shot. A lot of the kids nowadays around the greens, they grab their sand wedge, they grab their lob wedge. They don't look at the conditions of where their ball is around the green. And on tight lines where there's no grass, it's harder to hit lob wedges and sand wedges and be consistent with it. Especially if you're playing and it's May, you're at state, and you're on the 14th, 15th hole, your legs get a little bit tired. Having a go-to shot per what the grass and where the pin is and the wind and everything, having different techniques. A lot of people think they got to hit it high. They want to hit the shot like Phil does all the time. You know, made him very famous around the greens. But knowing what you feel more comfortable with, a bump and run, a pitch shot, and a flop shot, working on those. With the flop shot, it's like Monty said, it's a little bit outside the line, but everything is relatively the same with different shots. You know, the bunker, pitching, bump and run, and flop, you just kind of move the ball position and adjust your hands just a little bit. Where the ball is based on how tight the lie is. Again, right here where my feet is, there's not a lot of grass under my feet. It's more compact. It's cut a little bit tighter. You might have a lot of foot traffic in one area. So the flop shot on a tight lie is extremely hard to do, where you'll chunk it or blade it. Now, if you do have a little bit of cushion of grass, and you can kind of feel it, you'll know, like right here where we're standing, I know it's very compact. using your feet and observing what you're looking at, and not, my bag's way over there, I'm gonna just take my sand wedge and my putter, and I get here and go, I should have taken the 8-iron, or I should have taken the 9-iron, or the 52 degree. A lot of kids nowadays, and when I say kids, this is my age and younger. I know I'm not a kid, but I still feel like it at heart, that if I have a shot over here, I'm gonna bring 4 or 5 clubs with me, and then make the decision when I get here where I don't have to walk back. Looking at where the ball is sitting, what if you have grass, if you don't have grass, if you have a lot of grass, where the pin's at relative to how far you're off the green and how far the pin is from the edge of the green, makes it kind of a determination of what shot you want to hit.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but would it be fair to say that the number one criteria in club selection would be the lie?
Yes. What you see around the green, the type of grass you'll have, and the lie is the number one determinant, in fact. And also with that is what conditions you are in. Like, if you're trying to get up and down to win district, your nerves are going, your heart's pounding a little bit, tension kind of rises. So we always want to go back to a kind of go-to shot you feel the most comfortable doing, your muscle memory that you practiced to get that shot up and down for a chance, one score better, do your personal best, break 80 for the first time, or win a district event.
All right. Tee times for the weekend. I know there's some potential for rain, but I'm sure that if play is if you're open for play, then there's some tee times available. How do they get a tee time? And you know what? If they want to just come out and check out the golf course, can they do that?
Oh, yeah. Y'all can call for the tee time, 254-756-2161. This Saturday, I know we talked about there's rain. We actually are doing a push for our pool membership. We're going to have Johnny Joe and the band performing either outside by the pool or in the clubhouse from 4 to 7 this Saturday. A lot of fun events trying to get ready for the spring. So anybody can come on out and just enjoy some good live music.
Sounds like fun. Again, Jones, appreciate it. Next week, we're going to kind of step away from our videos and our instruction. We're going to talk about the Masters Golf Tournament. I mean, it's the, I don't know. I think if you're not even a golfer, you understand Masters. It's just that golf tournament, isn't it?
Oh, yes. You always hear that the week of the Masters, or it's Masters week.
Absolutely. Perfect. Hey, great stuff. As always, appreciate your time. We'll see you next week.
All right, sounds good.
There you go. That's Jones Mitchell from Lake Waco Golf Club. Great information. I mean, I'm loving this series. I mean, we've talked about putting. We've talked about coming out of the sand trap. I guess my first thought is don't get in it. But, I mean, if you're in it, then you got to come out of it. And then, working around the green, chipping and bump and run and flop shots. And, again, golf is 100 yards in. I mean, yeah, you got to be able to hit the ball off the tee box, and you got to be able to hit the ball in the fairway. But, man, you're going to score, and you're going to improve if your play is good 100 yards in. So that's why we started the series like this. We're brought to you in part by Benchmark Construction. David and his team over at Benchmark Construction they just do a great job. And look, if disaster strikes, catastrophe strikes, then they're the team to turn to. If you want to build a new building, a new house, they're the team to turn to. If you want to do some renovation to your property, they're the team to turn to. They do it all at Benchmark Construction. You can check them out at Benchmark Construction. That's benchmarkc3.com. Benchmarkc3.com. You can learn a lot about what's going on at Benchmark. Give them a call and talk to them, and they'll be happy to get with you and get you fixed up. BenchmarkC3.com. And again, thanks to David and his team for being a part of our show. We're going to talk some UMHB baseball. We're going to do that next when the show continues in just a moment.
When disaster strikes, you need a team you can trust. At Benchmark, we specialize in disaster recovery, construction, environmental remediation, and indoor air quality solutions. With over 30 years of experience, our experts provide forensic architecture, engineering, and environmental consulting to ensure every project is handled with precision and care. From damage assessment to full reconstruction, Benchmark delivers technical expertise and an unmatched client experience every step of the way. Visit benchmarkc3.com to learn more.
At Waco Bodyman Company, we help you take control of your health with advanced wellness and longevity solutions designed to help your body perform, recover, and thrive. Experience the power of red light therapy with our full body bed design to reduce inflammation, improve circulation, support skin health, and recharge your body at the cellular level. Step into our hydrotherapy room featuring a dry sauna, polar shower, and hot tub. Book your tour today. Waco Bodyman, open 7 days a week in downtown Waco.
Being stuck on the side of the road is stressful no matter what time it is. Tow King is here to help. A locally owned and operated family-run business, Tow King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with trained operators and high-caliber equipment for damage-free towing. Tow King of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Tow King the next time you need help. Check them out on Facebook, and remember, slow down or move over.
Is your roof ready for the next Texas storm? Don't wait for a small leak to become a big problem. Call JK Roofing of Waco. Whether you need roof repair, a full replacement, or a professional inspection, JK Roofing has quality workmanship and dependable service you can count on. Locally owned and committed to protecting Central Texas homes and businesses. Call JK Roofing today for your free estimate and get the job done right the first time. Call JK Roofing 254-744-2211. JK Roofing of Waco. Strong roofs, honest work, and peace of mind.
And you're back with us on this Thursday. We're brought to you in part by Morrison's Gifts. It's Waco's oldest family-owned gift store. They're at 4312 West Waco Drive. Great Baylor family. Sally and Mark, they do a terrific job at Morrison's Gifts. Guys, look, Mother's Day's coming up. You got anniversaries coming up. You got graduations coming up. You got a lot of things where you got to go buy a gift. None of us like to shop. We all just want to go in there and get it done. Well, that's where Sally and her team comes in. You can go in there and say, hey, Sally, here's my budget. This is what I'm looking for. And they'll take great care of you. And they're at 4312 West Waco Drive. That's in the Brazos Square Shopping Center. You know where Jason's Deli is, right off of Valley Mills Drive in Waco Drive? Look, you just walk right down the strip center there, and you're going to run right in to Morrison's Gifts. So appreciate Morrison's Gifts for being a part of the program. 4312 West Waco Drive. As we say good morning to UMHB Crusader head baseball coach Mike Stawski. Mike, good morning. How are you, my friend?
Good. How are you, Tom?
Hey, appreciate you being with us on the program. First of all, how did Mike get from Chicago, Illinois to Belton, Texas?
Weather. That's the answer. Is the weather. Yeah, I was sick of coaching in snow and shoveling off my home plate to try and get a game in April. So there's a picture of me somewhere where we won a conference game, a conference tournament game, and I was calling a guy safe at home plate with the umpire in a 2-1 game. It was like May 8th. And there was snow on the ground, and I was calling him safe because it was a winning run. And I think that was the reality of like, man, we got to start moving south. So when UMHB opened up, it was a no-brainer. Not only obviously the great university that's here, but I can't pass up 80 degrees in March.
You know, you bring up a great point, and we talk about it all the time. All of us who are involved in college baseball, the challenges of playing up north, and and so many programs have to literally head south to play 10, 15 games before they can ever play a home date.
Yeah, and I say this: the schools up in the north, some of those I'll be honest, they have an advantage sometimes because they have to do a lot. They have to figure out how to do less with or more with less, because then they get down here, they've been hitting in a cage, they're hitting wiffle balls. They're taking ground balls with tennis balls on a gym floor, and we're very blessed. We get to be out from early January on. So it creates a little bit of a toughness and a little bit of an attitude that that nothing can beat them. So they're a little bit weathered. And I appreciate what we have here. But those guys, man, you have to really love baseball up in the north if you're going to play it, because it is not year round. You're in a cage for 6 months of the year, 7 months of the year, where we get to play outside all year round. So it's easy to love the game when you're playing in 70 degrees in December. In December in Chicago, I mean, you're hitting in a cell. So it definitely is a passion for the guys that stick with it their entire life if you're playing in the north.
Mike, you got the UMHB job in, I believe, in June of 19, and got down here, and then lo and behold, we run into COVID in 2020. Talk about challenge navigating through COVID in in building your program. I mean, you're in the early stages of your baseball program, and then we get hit with this crazy thing called COVID. How did that affect you and your program? Because it was such an early, I mean, a new program for you in at UMHB.
Well, we're such a relationship type of a coaching staff. We love building relationships with our players. We are a relationship building type staff with our recruits. We don't mass recruit. If we need to recruit 10 guys in this 26 class, maybe we'll bring 14 or 15 guys on. That's it. We don't mass recruit. So that was the biggest adjustment, because we couldn't go out and hit the pavement and go meet players and meet their families. Unfortunately, we were recruiting over the phone. We were recruiting through Zoom. We were recruiting, through social media and watching videos. And that is not how we like to do it. We like to sit in front of guys and talk to them and meet them and learn their personalities and let them learn ours. And that gap was really there of really building that relationship and building that bridge of trust. So that year and a half, about 18 months. It's about 18 months. That spring of 20, until probably, we were looking at like the fall of 21, where we didn't really get to go out and really kind of show those high school kids what we were about and let them experience everything that UMHB was. So that was the biggest adjustment in COVID for us. Obviously everything got put on pause and the guys left, at spring break and didn't come back until the fall, and all the things that were going on that we had to adjust to, obviously. But just that lack of ability to be around everyone on a daily basis was really the hardest thing for our coaching staff to deal with.
You talk about recruiting. We're in an era now where we have transfer portal, NIL, all of those type things. How has that affected the Division III level in your program at UMHB?
Yeah, it's starting to leak down to us for sure. And it's leaking to us personally, obviously, and the NIL, not as much, but the portal for sure. It's reached Division III athletics and Division III baseball and UMHB. But what I can say is, from a portal standpoint, we've used it in certain scenarios, especially with guys that we've recruited in the past that maybe we did not, right, we're not able to capture, and then they went to another school, or maybe they went to a junior college, and now they're looking to maybe bounce back to us. We've used the portal for those situations. The good news, we haven't put a lot of guys in the portal. We've I can name on one hand how many guys have left our program, have gone in the portal, and have transferred to another school. Where we have other schools in the area and rivals that put dozens of guys in the portal. And I say all the time, I say to my recruits, I say to families, and it's a very proud moment for me of, when you don't put guys in the portal, you're probably doing something right. And our thing is transparency. We're very honest with our players, very honest with our recruits. I can't tell every recruit that I try and bring on campus that they're going to start opening day. I can't start 30 guys. You only got 9 guys in the lineup. So if you treat your guys the right way and you're very honest with them, I think they'll give that back to you. So we haven't been hurt by the portal. I know some of my colleagues have. They do a great job of developing players, and then after year one, those really good players leave and they go to bigger schools. Luckily, the proof's in the pudding of our record and our stats that our good players have stuck around and have built a really good program for us. But we've also used it to our they have gone to other programs. The situation wasn't what they hoped, and then we have been an outlet for them where they can kind of revive their baseball career with us. So it's been a positive thing for us. Where I know in some cases it hasn't been so positive for other people, but it's got to be the right fit. No matter how good you are at your past school, you still got to be the right fit and the right mission here at UMHB.
Talk a little bit about roster construction. How do you? I mean, what do you do? What are you looking for as you build your roster?
We always say the best players that we typically are going to have are usually your 4-year guys. We love our transfers. Transfers are great, and when we have some great ones on our team, but 4-year guys are typically they grow in the program. They understand what you're trying to get at. They, as a freshman, they take their bumps and bruises, and by the time they're sophomores or juniors, they really are kind of indoctrinated into what you're doing. Whereas transfers, it takes a year to figure out what everything is, and by the time they transition in, they're already seniors. So we try, and the lion's share of our recruiting classes are always high school kids, and then we'll kind of mix in some transfer kids in really big spots. Up the middle, catcher, middle infield, center field type of things. And then, some arms if we can figure that out. And then typically about 80% of our roster is going to be Texas kids. The supply in Texas is just, incredible. So we don't typically have to go outside the state to find just tremendous talent, but we do. We will find some West Coast guys. I love my northern kids too. So when we find some guys up in Chicago that we can come in and mix with this group, we will. And that's the biggest thing with recruiting. What are we trying to do? We're trying to find guys that are going to fit into the mission that we have, both as a program and as a university. And with us being a really unapologetic Christian institution, there's a lot of kids in Central Texas and beyond that want that mission, both in their personal life, but then also, be called to service in the baseball program. So we've been very fortunate that when we go out recruiting, that we can find the combination of both talent and character, and we're not really interested in compromising either one of those. So I say, if you can really play the game, but you're not a great kid, we can't use you. And if you're an awesome, awesome kid, but you're not that good at baseball, we probably can't use you. So we got to have a combination of both those things.
Mike, visiting with Mike Stawski, the head baseball coach at UMHB. Mike, we are 25 games into the season. You're 17-8. Is it me, or does this thing just fly by faster and faster every year?
It's like the first thing I say at our January meeting. It's meeting one. You can't, it's like, man, we're just getting started, and we're first day of spring training. And I said, guys, it's going to be May 1st. We're going to be in the conference tournament, and you're going to look back and not remember who even played opening day. It happened so fast. I mean, I remember moving day. I mean, it was in the beginning of August. I remember moving my freshmen into their dorms. It just happened so fast. This is year 20 for me. I'm in year 20, which is crazy because I just remember being like a 23-year-old kid asking questions about how do I coach a team and how do I call pitches, and you want me to coach third? Like, I don't know how to do that. And now we're in year 20. It just goes by so quickly. But I don't have a job. Like that. I don't work. I say all the time, I haven't had a Monday in my life in 20 years. Everyone, my friends and, family, like, oh my goodness, it's Sunday night. I'm like, Sunday night, tomorrow's Monday. Tomorrow's awesome. I got a new opponent coming up, new scouting reports, new staff meetings. Like, I can't wait for Monday to happen. This is a new week. I'm excited. So that's why it goes by so fast. Cause like we always look forward to tomorrow, because tomorrow's a whole new day for us that we can do something cool. So that's why it just keeps going by so quickly. And I know, like, we've been looking forward to this weekend. We got a cool opponent coming up, and all of a sudden it's going to be next week, and we're going to forget that this week even happened. So yes, it goes by super fast.
Yeah, you play tonight, correct? You got Concordia coming in?
Concordia, Texas. It's a rival of ours, former conference rival of ours, but we're very close with those coaches. Much like many of the coaches in Central Texas, our coaching staff is very close with the other. It's a kind of a baseball thing. I'm not sure if other sports do this, but baseball coaches are typically very close with the other baseball coaches in the area. And we are, when I got the job at UMHB, Concordia, Texas, that staff was one of the first ones to reach out to me, to congratulate me, to welcome me to Texas. Even when I was still in Chicago, they were. And actually,
I think we may have lost
Chicago.
Mike. There we are.
So, we've had a relationship the whole time, and it's exciting now that we're down here playing. But Clint over there at Concordia, I know him very well. So we're excited to have this series going, and excited to play him tonight finally.
And then next week, no fair dodging. Here we go. Conference play begins.
Oh, I'm sorry, I lost you here for a second.
I was just going to get you to talk a little bit about conference play coming up next week.
Yeah, I lost audio here, Tom.
Well, we're visiting with Mike Stawski. Mike, can you hear me now?
Do you got me?
Yes, I do, sir. Well, I tell you what, let's take a break here and see if we can't get Mike reconnected with us. We are visiting with Mike Stawski. He's the head baseball coach over at UMHB. They open up conference play. They play Concordia this weekend, and then they open up conference play next weekend. So we'll see if we can't reconnect with Mike. But wanted to pass that along as far as their conference is concerned. They got HPU coming in, or I think they go on the road, but we'll double check that. But they got one more weekend series with Concordia before they open up conference play. We'll take a break right here, and we are brought to you in part by JK Roofing. Many thanks to Jason, Katie Embry, the Embry name in that family, just synonymous with Waco and Central Texas. They do a terrific job, whether it's a metal roof or a traditional shingle roof, whether it's repair or a new roof. They can do it for you at JK Roofing. So if you're looking for some help, you want to have somebody come out and tell you, you know what, you may need a new roof, or no, you've got some time left in this one. Give them a call. They'll work with you. It's JK Roofing, 254-744-2211. That's jkroofs.com, and we're right back with more in just a minute.
When disaster strikes, you need a team you can trust. At Benchmark, we specialize in disaster recovery, construction, environmental remediation, and indoor air quality solutions. With over 30 years of experience, our experts provide forensic architecture, engineering, and environmental consulting to ensure every project is handled with precision and care. From damage assessment to full reconstruction, Benchmark delivers technical expertise and an unmatched client experience every step of the way. Visit benchmarkc3.com to learn more.
At Waco Bodyman Company, we help you take control of your health with advanced wellness and longevity solutions designed to help your body perform, recover, and thrive. Experience the power of red light therapy with our full body bed design to reduce inflammation, improve circulation, support skin health, and recharge your body at the cellular level. Step into our hydrotherapy room featuring a dry sauna, polar shower, and hot tub. Book your tour today. Waco Bodyman, open 7 days a week in downtown Waco.
Being stuck on the side of the road is stressful no matter what time it is. Tow King is here to help. A locally owned and operated family-run business, Tow King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with trained operators and high-caliber equipment for damage-free towing. Tow King of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Tow King the next time you need help. Check them out on Facebook, and remember, slow down or move over.
Is your roof ready for the next Texas storm? Don't wait for a small leak to become a big problem. Call JK Roofing of Waco. Whether you need roof repair, a full replacement, or a professional inspection, JK Roofing has quality workmanship and dependable service you can count on. Locally owned and committed to protecting Central Texas homes and businesses. Call JK Roofing today for your free estimate and get the job done right the first time. Call JK Roofing, 254-744-2211. JK Roofing of Waco. Strong roofs, honest work, and peace of mind.
All right, you're back with us as we roll along here on this Thursday. Glad to have you with us as we talk some UMHB baseball. Mike, do we have you back? I don't think so. And again, I just really wanted them to talk a little bit about the series coming up a week from this weekend against Howard Payne. They open up conference play at Red Murph Stadium against Howard Payne. We'll get Mike back on the program real soon and talk some more UMHB Crusaders baseball. And they're 17-8, Lark. They're having another good year. I mean, they have been sound and solid ever since he arrived in 2019, and they've got another good ball club. They're 17-8 going into this weekend with Concordia. Mike, can you hear me? Okay, so we're still having some technical problems with Coach Mike Stawski. So anyway, they're 17-8 going into this weekend against Concordia, and then next weekend it's Howard Payne to open up conference play at Red Murph Stadium. And you've been over there. Anything they do when it comes to UMHB athletics is first class. Go into that football stadium. It's unbelievable. Go to the auditorium, the basketball auditorium. Unbelievable. Red Murph Stadium, baseball, softball, all of it is first class facilities.
I mean, Flash Cox has a great practice facility for his golf team over there. Just tremendous. They've done a lot to upgrade all the facilities for D3 college. They're an athletic program in D3. They've got some of the finest facilities anywhere.
They do.
That should help you when it comes to recruiting.
All right, let's see. What we got? Again, a busy weekend, and a lot of it's going to be weather permitting. I know Baylor softball is hosting a conference series. Baylor baseball's got the Cougars of BYU in town. That series begins tonight. And again, they were going to do Thursday, Friday, Saturday anyway. Baylor was not going to play a home series on Easter Sunday. They just don't do that. So Thursday night, that's tonight against BYU. And then tomorrow night at 6:30, and then Saturday afternoon at 1 o'clock. Now, again, there's some potential for some inclement weather. If that happens, they're going to adjust the schedule. And as soon as we know, you'll know. And they have to make that decision, I believe, before they start the series tonight. So I would think by 3, 4 o'clock this afternoon, we'll kind of know what's going on as far as the rest of the weekend. So we'll just kind of keep an eye on that for you. But we know for a fact, there's no doubt about it, 6:30 tonight, we're going to have baseball out at Magnolia Field at Baylor Ballpark. So looking forward to that. A lot of high school baseball was played last night, and a lot more baseball and softball coming up tonight. And Lark, I think because of the way that the weather came through so early, these coaches probably are going to be able to get those fields ready to play tonight for that second game of the week. Because, again, normally it's Tuesday, Friday, but because of Good Friday and Easter Sunday, most of these schools go Tuesday, Thursday, and I know some of them elected to go ahead and play Wednesday night because of the potential for inclement weather. So you got some scores and you got some schedules, and let's take a look at that.
About the only score I have from yesterday in high school baseball was Robinson defeating Gatesville 5-4. You've got several games tonight. Midway is at home against Killeen. I'll be out there to do play-by-play for that for Midway.tv. Temple is at Bryan this evening. University is visiting Belton. China Spring and Lorena are taking on each other in Lorena. McGregor is hosting Clifton. You've got Bruce Villetti at Aquila, and Valley Mills is hosting Oglesby. Over on the softball side, Midway is on the road. They're at Temple. Waco is taking on Belton in Belton. University hosting Lake Belton in softball tonight. Lorena and China Spring playing softball against each other. The schedule says they're at Lorena. Then you also have Robinson and Gatesville playing each other. McGregor taking on Clifton. Whitney is at Troy, and Moody is at home against Bruce Villetti. We have found out where the La Vega boys soccer team is going to play their state semifinal. It's going to be right here in town, Waco ISD Stadium, Friday at 7 o'clock against Marble Falls. Best of luck to the La Vega boys softball team in their quest to get to a state title game. Junior college baseball and softball yesterday. On the softball diamond, Temple split a pair with Grayson, winning the first game 10-2. Grayson came back in the nightcap 11-6. At Bosque River Ballpark yesterday afternoon, the MCC Highlanders took 2 from Weatherford, winning the first game on the mercy rule, 11-1 in 6 innings. The nightcap went the full 9 innings, with McLennan coming out on top of that one 9-5. Also in junior college baseball yesterday, you had Temple They split with Grayson, win the first game 6-5. Grayson takes the nightcap 10-9. And Hill goes to Vernon and splits a twin bill. Hill wins the first game 7-4. And Vernon comes back in the nightcap to win 10-1. I think we got Mike Stawski back on.
Mike, can you hear us okay?
Gotcha.
All right. Hey, sorry for the technical problems. I was just going to talk a little bit about Howard Payne. You got Howard Payne coming up next week as you get ready to open up conference competition.
Yeah, so finally it's a little bit weird. We don't get to play conference games until April. And obviously with the, with our shortened conference schedule, it's a unique situation, but excited to kind of get that going. The difference with what we've done this year is we've played the 24th toughest schedule in the country up to this point. So we have been kind of challenged every single week. So going into conference play, we've played very important games where typically you have to kind of heighten up your senses going into conference play. Those conference games become much more important. We've played really important games up to this point. So I don't have to try and talk my guys into saying, hey, all right, now we're in conference play. Like, we really got to start kind of revving the engine. We've had to rev the engine from day one. Our opening day, we played the number 8 team in the country, and we really haven't had to slow down since then. So it's going to be exciting to see them put all that hard work into play once the conference schedule gets going.
Does that benefit your opportunities for postseason play, playing that difficult schedule?
Yes, sir. And the biggest thing is, playing that tough schedule, like, it's just like anything else. It's like college basketball, college football. Playing a tougher schedule will give you a chance to get an at-large bid. But the other key to that is you got to win some games. And one of the key factors is, what does your top 12 best wins look like? And typically, most teams don't actually get to 12 what you would consider good wins. Because a good win is beating a team that's ranked in the top 50 in the country. So a lot of teams don't typically get that because they play maybe 25 conference games. And half those games, those teams are automatically not ranked in the top 50. Well, with us only playing 12 conference games, I get 28 games that I can pick who I play. And we played 21 ranked teams out of those, 28 games. And as you can see, we won a lot of them. So we're going to have a really good resume next Monday when those first rankings come out. So if we can take care of business down the stretch, we have a real chance to be playing long into May.
Coach, thanks. I appreciate your time. And again, apologies for the technical issues, but man, we love having you on, and we'll follow the program as you roll through your conference schedule, and we'll get you back on.
I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.
Have a great day. That is Mike Stawski, the head baseball coach at UMHB. I was just texted Lark a softball score. Gatesville and Robinson played in softball last night as well. So everybody decided to play. And Robinson won last night over Gatesville 13-3. So there you go. We'll take a break. We'll come back and we'll look ahead to Friday's program. We'll do that next. Since 1996, Double R Old-Fashioned Hamburgers at 18th and Herring has been serving Waco's best burger. There's nothing better than a delicious burger cooked just the way you like it, with garden fresh toppings on a buttered bun. Add tots, fries, curly fries, or onion rings for a perfect meal. So what are you waiting on? How about Double R Old-Fashioned Hamburgers today? Double R Old-Fashioned Hamburgers is open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. until 4:30 p.m. and Saturdays from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. Double R Old-Fashioned Hamburgers. And don't forget to ask about Double R's catering. Being stuck on the side of the road is stressful no matter what time it is. Tow King is here to help. A locally owned and operated family-run business, Tow King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with trained operators and high-caliber equipment for damage-free towing. Tow King of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Tow King the next time you need help. Check them out on Facebook, and remember, slow down or move over. Family owned and operated, Jasper's Barbecue is serving up Texas-style barbecue meats and sandwiches and all the fixins. Enjoy mouth-watering brisket, ribs, pulled pork, and don't forget the potato salad and barbecue beans. Located in Waco on Elm Street, right off of I-35, open Tuesday through Saturday 10 until 2 or until the food runs out. Stop by today and enjoy the best barbecue around. Voted one of the best barbecue joints by Texas Monthly. That's Jasper's Barbecue in Waco. You won't leave hungry.
Morrison's Gifts, Waco's oldest family-owned gift store, wants to ask a question to the guys out there. Don't you just love gift giving? Does John Hart, Consuela, or Jellycats mean anything to you? If not, at Morrison's, we have your answers and your back. For 47 years, we have guided men and you ladies through the trauma of selecting the right gift for the right person. Come and see us at 4312 West Waco Drive in the Brazos Square Center, close to Jason's Deli. That's Morrison's Gifts, owned by a proud Baylor Bear.
All right, welcome back into the program on a Thursday. Coming up tomorrow, Corey Beckham, the head baseball coach at China Spring, would join us ahead of their ball game tomorrow night, or tonight, actually. So we'll recap his game from tonight, tomorrow, and talk China Spring Cougars baseball. And also, Randy Graves is going to be on the program. Randy is the director of athletics for Hill College, and we'll find out what's going on there and get caught up on Rebels athletics, and we'll do that on the program tomorrow. Thanks to everyone who's been a part of this one. We had a lot of fun today talking golf with Jones Mitchell, and also to Mike Stawski, the head coach at UMHB. He's Lark. I'm Tom. Thanks for watching, and have a great Thursday.